Not sir, is my share screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So here in Google search, you can use any browser. In Google search, I'll first type Edmodo. I'll select the first one. So here, I'll click on this. So once you click on that, you'll get a new window which will look like this. If you already have an account of Edmodo, then we'll log in Edmodo here. Or if you don't have an account, we will sign up first. Let me sign up. So here, if you click sign up, you will get 3 different options to create an account. One is for teacher, that is teacher account. If you are a teacher, we'll select this. For students will select this. And for parents, they'll select this. So since we are all teachers, we'll select teacher account. Let me select that. So you can create your own account, or you can sign up with Google or sign up with Office. Suppose if you have an account of Office, you can sign up directly with that. Or in general, we all have Google account, right? We can sign up with Google. So I'll select this, that is sign up with Google, and it will ask us to choose the account that we wish to sign up. So I'll choose my email ID. So once you choose this, you'll get a welcome screen that will look like this. So here, if you look here it will show all the classes that has been created. So far I have created so many classes that will be shown here. Suppose if you are new to it and if you want to create a class, then you should click on these 3 dots. If you click on this 3 dots, you will get a drop-down menu will come, which shows create a class, view archived class. Suppose if you have already archived it, or if you are a student, or if you want to join some other class, it will show, or it will ask us to join a class. Since we are interested to create a new class in order to share materials, in order to create quiz or create assignments, and we want to share the same with students, I'll select the first one, that is to create a class. I'll select this. Once you select create a class, a pop-up window will open, that is create a class. Under this, you need to fill certain parameters. That is, the first thing is we need to enter name of the class. I'll enter here name of the class, that is demo. For the purpose of demo, I'll use this. And you can describe your class and select the grade, that is to which class of students you are teaching. So I'll select higher education, and now which language. If nothing is there, you can select all. And you can also choose a sub-subject. Since I have already selected all here, you have only one option. So if you want to, if you don't want this particular color, then you can click on here. You'll get various other options. You can select any one of them. Once you select all of this, you can find a create window, right? So you can click on this. Once you click on that, a new class will be created. See here, this is the welcome window. Here it is showing welcome to demo, what's next. Here you can do 2 things. One is you can add students, or you can explore class. So I'll select this. Since I have created a class, I should know how to add students to my class. So I'll select or I'll choose this. So if you choose that, you will get a new window which will look like this, wherein you can enter your students' first name, last name, and email address of all of your students. And then you can click here so that you can invite them. Say, for example, Avinash R, and you can now enter a particular email address. So I'll select my name only, Rakshit. My last name is P. My mail ID is p.rakshit@gmail.com. And then I'll send invitation. So as a result, to the mail ID which you have entered, you'll get an email. If you click on that, you will be added to that particular class. The various other ways wherein you can add or invite people to your class is by sharing the class code. That's what you are seeing here. So if you share this particular code to your students, then using this particular code, your students can easily join your class. Or else you can also do like this. You can click on this so that this particular code will be copied and you can put it to the WhatsApp group that you wanted to share. And those students who are in that particular WhatsApp group will join your class with help of this particular code. Or you can also add students by sharing a PDF which has been created exclusively for that particular class. So here you can observe view PDF instructions. So I'll click on this. So you can download this particular PDF and you can share it to whoever you want so that they can easily join by going through the instructions that has been given in this particular PDF. They can join with help of this particular class code. For students, they need to follow these instructions to join your class. For parents, they need to join. So use these particular instructions to join your class. Or other ways, you can invite them with help of email ID. Type all the email IDs of your students, and then this particular will get highlighted. Say, for example, I'll enter my mail ID only. And then you can send an invitation to that particular person by clicking on this particular send tab, so that that particular student can easily join your class. So this is how you can invite your students to join your class. Now I'll click on this home button. So this is how my home screen will look. Now this is the class which I have created, that is demo. Now we'll see few other options that what we can do with this Edmodo. See here, if your students ask you once again to for a class code, so here is the place where you can get it whenever you want. You can click on that and you can follow the same procedure. That is, you can share this particular code to the class. Using that, they will join your class. Now we'll see how to post in a class. Say, for example, I want to inform my students about my class tomorrow. Say, for example, let me enter like this. Tomorrow, you have my class at 10 a.m. and you can directly post this to this particular class, that is demo class. If you want to post that to some other class, you need to select that particular class and enter whatever you want to communicate with your students and then post it. And other things that what you can do with respect to postings are, you can create a poll. Say for example, we mentioned that in the post, like tomorrow you'll have my class at 10 a.m. We can check how many of them are attending or how many of them are not interested in my class. You can enter that here. Interested, not interested. And you can, there is one more advantage here. If you want to post what you wanted to post right now, you click on this particular button. If you don't want to post now, you can schedule that for later. Say for example, I want to post that tomorrow, say for example at 10 a.m. I can select tomorrow's date as well as time, and then you click on save date and time. Or else if you want to post right now only, don't choose this. Just click on this. It will be posted at this moment only. So here I have chosen the post which I want to post for tomorrow's date, right? So it is showing here. Post scheduled for July 29th, 2020 at 10 a.m. And you can click on this particular post. So here you got a message, right? Your post has been scheduled for tomorrow, that is 29 at 10 a.m. Automatically at that particular point of time, your students can view the post that what you have posted. And other thing that what you can do here is you can do wellness check. So here you can enter some question. Say for example, how you are feeling today with certain options. If you're not interested, you can change this. Say for example, I'm great, I'm okay, I'm struggling. So these are the options which you can give, and you can post it right now, or if you want to schedule it, you choose this and then click on this. Since I did not schedule that, it got posted at this instance only. Whereas the other post, I scheduled it for tomorrow, right? As a result, it will appear in your home screen tomorrow at 10 a.m. So this is how you can post using Edmodo, and you can also do wellness check. Or we also understood how to do polling within the post. Now, other things which are important here is to create assignment as well as quiz. Now we will see how to create assignment using Edmodo. Can you see this particular thing here? That is create. So I'm going to select this. If you select that, one more drop-down menu will come with the options assignment as well as quiz. Again, in assignment, you have new as well as load existing one. If you already posted some assignment, say for example, if you are using this since last semester, and if you are repeating the same subject, if you have already created assignments, then we can select load existing assignments. I'll show you that later. So if you are new for that particular Edmodo, and if you have not created any assignment so far. And if you want to create a new assignment, then you need to select or you need to choose new assignment. So I want to give a new assignment. As a result, I'll select new. So once you click new, one more window will open and you need to fill these details. That is assignment details. The details are assignment title. So I'll enter title as assignment 1. Let me consider this as first assignment. Okay, below that you need to give certain module 1 materials, so that now you can easily solve the questions related to assignment 1. So once you give instruction as well as give title, you can add attachments. Say for example, now if you have created some PDF file, you can attach that by clicking here. Or if you want to add some links, say for example, if you want to ask questions based on some YouTube videos which you have created, so you can add that particular link here and you can type your question here. Say for example, write and you can add a YouTube link which you have created related to this particular KMAP and then write answers accordingly. Or assume that you have inserted something in your library, some materials in the library, you can give that particular material to them. And you can give that particular instruction like refer this particular material. So once you fill all these details, you can click assign here. So that this particular assignment, that is assignment 1, which we have created for the class demo, will be assigned to the students. So I'll click assign now. So once you click assign, here it will ask certain things. Say for example, to whom you need to assign this. Is it for demo? Or if you have already added students, it will ask to whom you need to assign. Say for example, if you want to give this particular assignment only to few students, say for example, this particular students, not for the entire class, then I'm going to deselect this and I'm going to select only those students this particular assignment. Say for example, let us assume that we'll conduct first IA. After that, we found that few students' performance is not up to the mark, and I want to give assignments only to that particular set of students. Then this is how you can do it. Or if you want to give this particular assignment to the entire class, then select that particular class. Say for example, demo, that what I already shown. Both the things are possible. And few more options that what we can choose are due date. Select due date. They need to assume that, let us assume that they need to submit it by this Saturday. So I'm going to choose that. And by what time they need to choose. By default, it will show 11:59 p.m. You can change this by selecting this. It depends on individual teacher. And there is one more option, that is log after due date. Through this option, if you select this particular option, then your students can't submit assignment after this particular date. If you don't select this, your students can submit assignment there it will show that particular students has submitted late by so many minutes. I'll show you that little later. And if you want to add this to gradebook or progress book, you select this. If you don't want that particular option, you can uncheck that. If you want to consider marks for this particular assignment, then click on this. Similar to how I showed in the post, you can schedule this for later. You can select the date as well as time, and that particular time, the assignment which you have created will be posted to that particular class or to that particular set of students. So whenever we are free, we can create assignment and we can schedule it to the later date. So these are the options that are available in creating assignment. Once you check that, you can assign to that particular class. That is, select some due date, and if you want to schedule, you can schedule. If you want to lock it, you can lock it. These things can be done. So other interesting thing in this Edmodo is to create quiz. Now we'll look into it. So again, if you want to go for a quiz, then select create. First one is assignment, which we already saw. Here we saw the first option, right? To create new one. If you already had some previous assignments, you can select load existing one and you can choose the same which you already created. Now we'll check how to create quiz using Edmodo. So quiz, and then go for a new quiz. So you get a window that will look like this. It will ask, it has two main tabs. One is quiz details, other one is quiz questions. In quiz details, you need to enter quiz title. So I'm going to enter quiz 1 and instructions. All questions are mandatory, or you can enter within this quiz. You may have true or false, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, something like that. Whatever you want to write, you can write here as an instruction. It depends on how you'll create the quiz. Go for quiz questions. So I'll select quiz questions. So once you select that, you'll get a new window which will look like this. See here, this is question number 1. If you click on here, you'll get a drop-down menu. In this, you can create quiz with any of these options. That is, you can create a quiz with true or false, multiple choice, short answer, fill in the blanks, matching, and multiple answers. So let me choose true or false. So I'll select true or false. So I'll enter the question. The question is, Delhi is the capital of India. Since this is true or false question, you have two options. One is true, other one is false. If the answer is true, then you can select this. If you want to choose, by default, it will, true will be selected. If you want to select the false, then you can click on this. Depending upon the type of question you ask, you select the corresponding answer. So once you do this, if you want to go to the next question, then click on this. Again, I'll choose drop-down menu. I'll select fill in the blanks. Now we'll see how to create fill in the blanks using Edmodo. Say for example, I'll create a series of even numbers, and within that I'll give some options for students to enter. Say for example, 2, 4, 6. And if you want to ask students to enter their answer, make sure that you will use underscore. Here they have mentioned use underscores to specify where you would like a blank to appear in a text below. And then I'll enter 8, and then 10, and then I want my student to answer next, and then 14, something like this. I've created a series of even numbers, and here you need to enter your answer. So answers are, this is not 8. Answer should be 8 here. And here it is 12. So this is how you can create a fill in the blanks. That is, you need to use underscores to specify where you would like to give blank, which will appear as a text to your students. I'll add one more question. Here, I'll show you how to give match the following. These are certain things which are interesting in Edmodo, which you won't find in Google Classroom. Say for example, how is herbivorous, and lion is carnivorous, and cat is omnivorous. And if you want to increase the complexity of this match the following, you can add additional options. Say for example, none of the above. So these are if you can add few more options, so which will increase complexity of answering. So they'll have many answers, less questions, right? They need to choose one among them, which is the right one. So which will increase complexity of the question. Now, here I'm going to choose multiple answer. Say for example, unit of flux. So we have two answers. One is Weber's, the other one is Maxwell. So here, since there are multiple answers, you need to choose which answers that are correct. Here, first two options are correct, so you need to choose it. Otherwise, no, it won't be displayed once you start the quiz. I'll add few more answers. Ohms, watts. Once you create the quiz, it's better if you check that once. So I'll choose preview, through which I'll get to know how it will look. So here I should give some text. That's why it is showing something wrong. all questions are mandatory. So once you enter this, we'll go for preview. So this is how your preview will look. By default, it will allocate 1 hour. It has already started. So this is the first question. Is Delhi the capital of India? You choose your answer and then next fill in the blanks. So this is how the window will look for student. So here it is 8 and then 12 and then next. So here students has to drag and drop the right answer like this. They need to choose the right answer. They should drag and drop it to the places that are available here. And then next, there are 2 answers. So choose that. So this is how the quiz will look for your students and this is how they'll answer. Once you check this, if everything is correct, you can exit the preview by clicking here. And you can assign this particular quiz to some class which we have created, or if you want to assign that to some particular students, you can select that particular student and you can assign that to that particular student. Similarly, you can select the due date and you can click on this lock after this due date. And if you want to give time limit, as I told, by default, it will consider 1 hour. If you want to restrict that to 5 minutes, you can restrict that to 5 minutes. By default, it will take it in minutes. And if you, there are certain other options as well. If you want to randomize the quiz, you can click on this. If you want to add this to gradebook, you can select this. And if you want to show result to students upon completion, you can choose this. Suppose if you want to schedule this for later, you choose this and then select the dates when you want it to schedule, and then you can assign it to that particular class or to that particular set of students. As a result, your quiz will be assigned depending upon how you will choose it. Right now, I have assigned it at this moment so that it is showing successfully assigned to this particular class, due date tomorrow 11:59 p.m. So this is how we can create assignment as well as quiz. So the interesting part in Edmodo with respect to quiz are you can use true or false as well as match the following as well as fill in the blanks. Now I'll show some other options that are available here. So here you can find folders, right? You click on this. So here you can find manage folder. You click on that. You can create one new folder for that particular class. Say for example, I have created one folder by name DSP or DSD. And within that particular folder, I keep on sharing the materials. So that your students, whenever they got a message, I suppose that I have posted some material, they'll go to that particular folders and they can download the materials that what you have shared. That is an added advantage. And I'll show you by selecting the class which I already worked out. This is the class which I already used in Edmodo. I'll show you the members. So far, these many students have registered. That is 69 students have been registered for this particular class. And if you want to add members, you can click on this. And only 2 parents have registered out of 69 students, which you can observe here. If you want to add parents, you can click on this and you can add manually. And one more advantage in Edmodo is you can create small groups. As I already told, if you want to concentrate only on certain class, certain set of students in a class, you can create a small group and you can post assignment or quiz only for that particular students. Say for example, I'll select this. I'll enter it as group 1 and you can select create. Here it is showing group 1 and select click on members and you can add members to this small group by selecting this. So here again you'll have 2 options. One is add all the members and add members to small group. If you click on this, all the students who have registered to your class will be shown here and you can select whoever you want to add that particular small group. As a result, one more small group will be created. Say for example, I'll choose these many students. Only I want to concentrate on these 4 students. So I'll select or choose them and I'll click add. As a result, see here, earlier these many students were not there in this small group. Now it had appeared. And if you want to post quiz or assignment only for this particular set of students, you can select only this particular class, that is group 1, and you can post assignment, quiz or material, whatever you want, only to this particular small group, so that you can concentrate only them and you can get better results in the future. And if you go to this particular class, here you will get 3 options. One is class management, second one is what is due, and third one is progress. So I'll choose class management. So in class management, you'll be shown which all the classes you have created so far. And if you select what's due, here now it will show what all things that are due, which are created by you, and it will also show you what all things which you have reviewed so far and what has been scheduled for later. And if you select progress, so here it will show the grades that what you have given. Say for example, I have created assignment with the name DSP lab record and I have assigned this much marks to that particular students. Similarly, I created one quiz for 20 marks for the lab, and this is what the marks they have got. It will be mapped automatically to their respective accounts once they complete the test. So these are the marks what they got out of this. And if you want to add grade manually, then you choose this and you can add manually the grade manually to that particular student. And if you click on this on a particular export, see, did you observe here? You got a .csv file, and if you click on this, the entire progress that what you're observing here can be exported to .csv file. And if you want to send messages, then you can click on this particular message. If you want to send message to only one particular student, then select that particular student and you type whatever you want to communicate. That will be communicated to that particular student. So these are the various options that are available in Edmodo. Now we'll move on to other, one more learning management system, that is Google Classroom. So enter Google Classroom or search this. You'll get this. You select this Google Classroom. So once you select this, Since I'm using Gmail account, since I already logged in to my mail, now it will take to my class directly. If you are new, you can now use this plus symbol. If you use this plus symbol, you have two options. One is you can join the class. Students will use this generally, or if you want to create class, you click on this. So I'll show you how to create one more class. So once you click on this, you'll get a pop-up window like this. Here, you need to enter class name, which is mandatory. I'll enter demo, section. These are all options. So the subject is digital system design. I'll show, and in short, I call it as DSD. And room number, these are all options. Even if you don't enter, it will take. I'll enter classroom as well. And then choose create. As a result, it is showing it is creating. Here we observe that a new class has been created with name, demo, and section A. And this is the one which you should share with your students. So this is the class code which you need to share it with your students. Copy this and you can put this into the WhatsApp group, and you can ask them to click on that plus icon and ask them to select join. There you need to enter this particular code, and so that your students can join to the class demo which you have created. Similar to Edmodo, here as well you can post, say for example, tomorrow to have my class at 10 a.m. and then you can post it, or you can schedule it for later as well, or you can add either from a Google Drive, or you can give a link, you can share a file, or you can post some YouTube video here, or you can post just a message and then click on post, so that the message which you have entered will be posted to the class which you have created. Now I'll choose this, which is important for us, that is classwork. So here you need to select this create. So if you click on this, you'll get a drop-down menu which includes assignment, quiz, question, material, reuse already used post, or topic. I'll select this topic. So here I'll enter module 1 and then I'll choose add, it is adding, and again I'll create one more topic. I'll choose module 2 and then I'll click add. It will add another module. So if you want module 1 to appear here first, you can click on that and you can select move up, so that it will be appeared first. Module 1 will appear first and then module 2. Then moving on, again select this. I'll show you how to create assignment. So select create and then choose assignment. Here you enter the title, assignment 1. You give instructions, all questions are mandatory. You can add the assignment from Google Drive, or you can share link, or you can share file, or you can share YouTube link by choosing one of them, and you can post that to your students. Or if you want to create here only. You can select create doc so that a new document will appear. Here you can enter the question. Find the BFT of x of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Here n is equal to 8. And then click on share and then press save. Choose demo and then click on done. So that will appear here. That will be appearing here. And then once you do that, you need to choose to which class you need to give that particular assignment. Is it for all the students, or if you want to choose only certain set of students, you can choose only those students. Since I have not added any students, it's not showing other students. Otherwise, it will show. And here you can enter how many marks you want to give. That is how many points.
Hello.
You can choose date and time. At what time you want to give. They need to submit. These things can be added here. And then once you complete this, you can select assign. As a result, the assignment will be assigned to that particular class. See here, it has been assigned generally. Suppose if you want to this assignment to appear under module 1, then go for it.
Rakshit sir.
Hello. Hello.
Share the screen once again.
Okay.
I think it's visible now. Okay, you can continue.
Okay. Is it visible, sir?
I request all the participants to kindly pin up to the Rakshit sir's screen if it is not visible.
Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah, continue. Sir.
Okay. Say for example, if you want to that particular assignment to appear under module 1, then choose top 1 as module 1. Otherwise, in general, it will appear to that particular class. And then you click on save button here. Once you click on save button here, you can observe earlier it was showing under the entire class. Now it is appearing under module 1. We'll see how to create a quiz. So we understood how to create assignment. We understood how to create topic. Now we'll see how to create quiz. Select quiz. You can enter the title. Quiz 1. You give instructions. Each question carries 1 mark. And then here, if you click here, it will take us to Google Forms. So in last class, we understood how to create a quiz, right? So we can use all the options that what we studied there. So hope you have already understood how to create a blank quiz using Google Forms. So this is Google Forms only. So it will be added to your account. You can use all the options that are available. That is a multiple choice, short answer, paragraph, checkbox, drop down, and you can assign answer key as well. So this is how you can create quiz in Google Classroom. Now once you fill this, complete this Google form, you can again select to which class you want to allocate. Is it for all the students? How many points? Say for example 10 points, due date, and assume that I want to create this quiz under module 2. You can select this as a topic, and if you want to give a rubric, say for example from this to this you'll get this mark, something like that, you can click on this particular rubric and you can give that to students. Once you complete that, you click on assign. So it is showing assigning. So here I want to assign quiz 1 under module 2, and it had appeared under module 2. We will see other options. So I'll select the other one, that is question. So you can enter here, write about, and you can give instruction as answer briefly. And if you want to add something, you can add, or if you want to create either a doc or a slide or a sheet, drawing or a form, you can choose any one of them, and you can post this, or you can ask this to your student. So once you complete this, again select to which class, to which students, how many points, and due date, or to which module you want to ask, and few more options, whether students can reply to each other. If you don't want students to reply each other, you can uncheck this. Whether students can edit the answer, it depends on individual teacher. If you want them to edit, you can select this, or else you uncheck this and then click on ask. It is showing it is asking. And if you want to share material, again click on this create. You'll get a same drop down menu. Select material. You add title. Say for example module 1. Add some description. And if you want to add a file, click on add file. One more window will open like this. If you want to add it from the recent one, you can choose any one of them. If you want to upload it, then you need to click this, select browse, and choose the file which you want to upload, and then select open. So it will be uploaded to the drive. See, that file got uploaded as a material, and your students can view this particular material. So once you upload this, again choose the class to which students. If it is under module 1, you select that as a topic, and then you select post. So that particular material will be posted to the students. Again, we saw almost all the options. If you want to reuse the post, you select this, so that already used post will appear, and you can choose any one of them. And under people, you will get to know about overall your students. Okay, you can click on this, and you can now enter their email ID or copy and paste their email IDs. Once you add their email IDs, now a mail will be sent to them. And one problem here is, say for example, if you are using a G Suite account, say for example, we have a G Suite account with vvc.ac.in. If you have created Google Classroom with that particular G Suite account, then you can invite people who are having G Suite account, and vice versa. Say for example, if you are using some name with gmail.com, then you can't invite people who are having G Suite account. This you should take care. Hope you have understood this. And under grades, since I have not added any students, it is showing blank. I'll show you one of my colleagues one. So here, my colleague has created so many assignments, and he has graded as well. And this is how it will look. So you can also get overall marks, what is the class average, what individual students has got. Now all these details, you will get it here under one tab, that is under marks. So under people, you will get to know about now all the students who have registered to your class. Similarly, within the class, you will get all the details of classwork which you have created. Few other options that what you can now check here is, so I'll select the class. Say for example, I have this one. I want to archive this. Then select archive. It will ask whether you need to archive. If you select that, it will be archived. And there are few settings, or you can view archive classes. Few more settings. Now, if you want to change your profile, you can. This is the place where you can do all the settings. That is notification, receive email notification. Now, all these things can be changed under settings tab. I would like to conclude here. If there are any questions,